waking up today. Waking up. It's time to wake up, everybody. And I don't mean just getting out of bed. I'm blessed again to have the energy of the ascended with me. And it is a beautiful April 1st, 2023. And there's no pranks, or we're not going to do any of the April Fool's things here. That's just not really a nice thing to do, is it? To pretend something is true when it is not. But I want to welcome you all to today's edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul, where we do a combination of a discussion and meditation. And we basically set this up as like a primer to give you some general ideas of what meditation is and what it's supposed to be used for, what its function is. But today is about waking up. You see, many of us have been lured into the exclusivity of the world of the senses. And what do we mean by that? We mean that the sights, the sounds, the touches, the tastes, the smells have been utilized to keep us disconnected from who we really are, to keep you disconnected from who you really are as a spiritual entity. And you've been bound in flesh, some of you for many, many lifetimes, believing that the only existing reality is of the flesh. And this is not a judgment against being in a physical expression. The physical dimension is a wonderful, marvelous, incredible canvas of creation for your consciousness. That's what this dimension is. And our goal today is to help you to understand what waking up is, while simultaneously giving you the opportunity to at least introduce your mind and body to the process of meditation, so that you as a soul can be liberated from your addiction to the senses. Now, the senses are beautiful. Smells and touches and tastes and sounds and sights are remarkable and exquisite and beautiful, but they are not meant to be that which defines you. What you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you touch, what you taste, what you eat, they're not meant to define who you are. They're meant to maintain your body, to give your body information so you can function safely in this dimension. But you've been led to believe that the only source of your identity is your body or the contents of your mind. And it is simply not true. Your body and your mind are vehicles, instruments to be utilized by you consciously and creatively, not to make you subjective to them. You're not meant to be subjective to your body. You're not meant to be subjective to your mind. You're not meant to be subjective to the ideas and information of other people. You're meant to get connected to your purpose and your function and reason for being here, which you cannot do if you're disconnected from yourself. And waking up is connecting to your soul, to who and what you are as a spiritual entity, utilizing a physical medium through which you express creatively in a physical dimension of time, space, and matter. And our goal is very simple, that you are to understand that your body is not you, your mind is not you, they are instruments. And many of you have minds and bodies that have been polluted and corrupted by your environment. Given information, ideas, beliefs that restrict and limit you for understanding or comprehending who you really, truly are and your full potential and how to utilize it. And in order to reverse that trend, to undo that corruption, to step back away from the confusion of the world, you must learn to understand that your body is an instrument to serve you. Your mind is an instrument to serve you. And if you understand this and you learn the process of how to use your mind and body instead of feeling like they are dragging you around hopelessly through your life, because your mind and body are meant to be instruments through which you function creatively with your purpose. And your purpose is within you. You will not find your true purpose in the world. You may find clues in the world that might lead you to that inner place, that inner space of deep, profound love that you have for the nature of your being in time and space, there may be things that can connect you to that which is within you that you must learn to actualize and realize. And waking up is the process of differentiating between your mind and your body, beginning to remember the essence of who you are, to conceive of ideas, to receive guidance and information beyond the 5 physical senses, from which you can begin to recultivate your true expression. And we have many of you call upon us in your hours of despair, in your hours of need, and you say to us, "What am I here for, Lord? What am I here for, archangels? What am I here for, guides?" You ask this question, and you are here for good reason, but you cannot find that good reason in the confusion of your mind or the seduction of your senses by this world. But you can rediscover that and reconnect with us and begin to hear the truth within yourself. To hear within yourself that truth that is within you, that you were born with. But from the moment of your conception to the moment that you are hearing these words, many of you have found yourself lost in this world. And you are lost in this world because you are disconnected from who you are as a spiritual consciousness. And so there are 2 simple steps to begin the process of remembering who you are. To become sensitive to the things that are truly and actually of value and importance for you to think, to say, to do, that come from your divinity rather than your humanity. And that is not to say that humanity is bad or wrong. Humanity is a wonderful and exquisite manifestation of consciousness, of which we are all a part of while we are in these physical forms, but not a part of. We are here to bring forth the gift of creation that each and every one of us was bestowed with by the Creator. And so let us begin the process that you can follow to begin to relieve yourself of your confusion, to liberate yourself from the confusion in your mind and the distractions of your senses. And so what is going on the screen right now, just so everybody knows, is a thing. For those of you on TikTok, you won't be able to see this because it's on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to read it to you. So what we're going to ask you to do is we're going to ask you to breathe slowly and deeply. Sit your body down, lie your body down, put your body in a position that you absolutely know that is going to be comfortable for at least 5 to 15 minutes. And what we want you to do as you get your body in that position is to sit it down, and we want you to quite simply take a slow, deep breath and fill your lungs completely. Now, it's important you understand this breath. When you direct your body to breathe, you are the soul, the awareness, asserting dominion and authority over your physical body. The very act of telling your body how to breathe, you are asserting authority over matter, over your physical body. So you breathe slowly and deeply, you fill your lungs completely, you hold the breath for a few seconds because you're asserting authority over matter, time, and space when you do this. It's not just making the body breathe a certain way. It's also asserting your authority over this instrument that you've been given to utilize while you're in this dimension. So as you hold your breath and you release the breath, and you allow your body to relax when you exhale. You give your body your permission to relax. And you let and allow all of the muscles in the body to relax as you exhale. And again, you are now asserting your authority. You say to the body, breathe, hold the breath, and relax. And you let all the muscles let go. And you are asserting your authority over matter. And you allow the muscles in your body to relax. And then you breathe again, just like that. and you allow all the muscles to relax in your body, you are asserting authority, loving, gentle authority over your body through the function of utilizing your breath. And it is you, beautiful soul, that is doing this. The body would not do this of itself. Your body by itself would not say, I'm going to sit and breathe like this. No, this is you waking up to your authority over the flesh. It's the beginning of waking up, consciously waking up. And as you continue to breathe like that and you continue to allow muscles to relax, you also begin to allow your attention to come away from the world, to come to the body, to stay focused on releasing and relaxing all tensions from your physical body that you might experience, and that the body might experience relief from the distractions and seductions of the world. That you begin to experience how your body feels to be liberated from being on alert all the time about what is going around you, what's going on there, what do I smell? You give your body deliberately this process permission to relax, to rest, to be still, to be quiet, to be open, and to be receptive to your awareness through this breath. And as you continue to breathe in this fashion, allowing the muscles to relax more and more and more, the body begins to release its stresses and its tensions automatically, especially on your exhale. When you exhale, you are literally releasing from the body, allowing it to relax. When you direct the muscles to relax, to allow the face muscles to relax, to allow the shoulders and back to relax, as you give them permission with your exhale to relax, a calm begins to grow inside. This is the first step. And we hope that you would continue to do this even while we speak, which you are capable of doing. You are capable of listening and allowing your body to relax at the same time. You're capable of that. To attend your attention here and now to what we are saying, to experience the effects of your own action upon your body, to give it permission to relax through your breath, to feel how that feels, for your body to respond to you the way you are directing it to respond to you. This has great promise in terms of your liberation when you gain the experience of authority over your physical body. Then we go to the more interesting and exciting element of this process today. That is the element of giving your mind and your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, permission to be still. And you do this by, again, drawing your breath into the body, holding your breath for a few seconds. And as you exhale, you allow all thoughts, all memories, all emotions to just be released from your body. And with each breath you allow, as you exhale, allow all thoughts, all memories, all distractions to simply leave the body. And you keep your attention and focus upon this process of breathing, of drawing your breath in, and releasing thought, releasing memory, releasing emotion, letting your mind, giving your mind permission to be still, to be quiet, to be open, to be receptive to your awareness. You are now asserting authority over this mental construct, what you call your personality, that part of you that was invented by the world around you. And in this portion of the breathing, you begin to give that part of your consciousness permission to be still, to be quiet, to be open and receptive to you. Again, with each breath, as you draw your breath in, you are asserting authority over the body. As you exhale, you release thought, all memory, all emotion, all distraction. You allow your mind, you give your mind permission to be still, to be quiet. You give your mind on the exhale permission to be open and receptive to your awareness. And as you do this, you begin to feel a state that is your natural state when the house is in order. As you subsequently give the body to relax, permission to relax more, or give the thoughts permission to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful. With each exhale, this peace will grow the body will relax. And some of you may even think you have fallen asleep. And that would be quite a relief for your minds and bodies, because they're so busy and so distracted by this world, by your entertainment, by your distractions, that your minds and bodies are often given very little appropriate rest or time to be still. Therefore, you are unable to be rested and still, unfamiliar with who you are as ascension spiritual consciousness. But this function of the breath that you now have authority over, as you give the body permission to relax, as you give the mind permission to release all thoughts, all memories, all emotions, giving your mind and body permission to be still, to be quiet, to be peaceful, you begin to align your awareness to itself. You begin to move away from the distraction of thoughts and the environment. You begin to move inwardly, if we might use that term, inwardly to this place of stillness. And there's this profound and simple statement that you may be familiar with: be still and know I am God. This is a very profound statement as you get to that place within yourself where there is stillness. And in that stillness, it was like the beginning, it was like the birth. You were born into this world and given a personality, and now you are born into this other world of stillness. And yet, in that stillness, there is limitless possibilities of innovation, inspiration, guidance, imaginings that you can gain access and connection to simply by participating and aligning yourself to that silence. It gets easier and easier as you apply your consciousness more deliberately and intentionally to directing the mind and body to be still. And even for those of you that have a mind that is very noisy and distracting, and you feel very anxious or you feel very depressed, and even those of you that are in that state of consciousness, if you continue to assert the function of your breath in this fashion, your mind and body, if you are persistent and gentle and patient, do not get angry at your mind because it is not getting quiet, and do not get angry at your body because it is restless. No, simply use your breath. And on the exhale, give the body and all the muscles in the body permission to relax, and give all the thoughts, memories, and emotion permission to just simply be still, to be quiet, to be open, peaceful, and receptive to you. If you're persistent in this, you'll begin to feel the mind and the body shift and waver in their distraction as they loan themselves to submitting to your direction. And they will submit themselves to your direction if you are willing to stay persistent. The duration of time it might take from one individual to another to acquire this stillness will vary, again, depending upon how much you choose to get distracted by your thoughts, or how much you choose to get distracted by the noises and the events occurring around you. But again, if you pull your attention to the breath and bring yourself in the moment, even great distraction can happen around you and will not disturb you. And even the thoughts that come to your mind can be easily and gently released through the breath. You do not have to sit in a cave or in an ashram for 20 years to learn to quiet your mind and still your body. You do not have to go through that arduousness when you have the skill and ability to do so right now. This waking up that begins to happen, where your mind and your body begin to become quiet and still, open and receptive to you, and you begin to feel what we call a vibration of freedom, where you are realizing, oh, I can direct these thoughts to be still. I can direct this body to be relaxed. And some of you are wondering, well, how does this assist me in solving the problems in my life? Well, the problems in your life are maintained by the thoughts that exist in your head and the patterns that have been instructed by those thoughts in your biology. And this process begins to differentiate you from those two processes. You begin to step out of identification with the constructed personality. You move into a place of stillness where you can begin to evaluate the thoughts, evaluate the emotions, evaluate the biology, and begin to assert new ideas into the mind. Just as the environment inserted those ideas into your mind, you will then have the opportunity to begin to remake your mind, to rebuild your thoughts, to reflect the truth of who you truly are. As is written on the shirt, you are love. If you come to the understanding of this, not only will you live in a fearless state, but you'll begin to evaluate and examine thoughts from that perspective. If you are love, then what are thoughts of love? What are actions of love? What are thoughts of love? What are actions of love? You come to an understanding. And our goal is simply to bring you to that place where understanding can begin to occur for you. And that requires that you be able to step back from the body, to step back from the world, to step back from the personality, the constructed self. And in the place of awareness, you can begin to rebuild your mind into the image and likeness of who you truly are. And the truth is that you are love. That is the truth of your nature. There would be many that would tell you, say, no, you are not love. You were born a sinner. No, this is not true. You were not born in sin. You were born in love. Sin is the deviation that you experience from that love. That is what sin is, the deviation from love. Sin is a deviation from love. If you understand that, then you will find yourself being less judgmental towards yourself. If you realize, oh, I feel this way because I'm deviating from love. The functions and thoughts of love are very different than the thoughts and functions of fear. And again, we come through this one for a very specific reason, that it is time that you wake up, that you liberate yourselves from unnecessary suffering, remove yourself from subjugation to the deceptions and lies of those who would claim to serve you, to recognize that in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit, you can know the truth. You can know the truth. You can know the lies. You can know the deceptions, and thereby make different choices and take different actions that would allow you and enable you to find the freedom that you so desperately seek, but which is within you. That freedom is what you are as love. The function of love is pure freedom. The function of fear is enslavement. And if you understand the difference and you get to this place where you in awareness are still, your mind is quiet, your body is still, and you begin to contemplate, what does love think? What does love say? What does love do? Then you begin to cultivate the true nature of what your Creator embodied you to be, which is a function of love, not a function of fear, not a function of control and power, but a function of love. The actions and words and thoughts of love are significantly different, and our goal, again, is very simple, to assist you in this process of waking up. But if you can take these simple steps of your breath to begin to open your eye, your spiritual eye, not your physical eyes. You must close your eyes so that you can see. You have eyes but cannot see, which means you are attached to the personality. And so to train your body to be still, to be quiet, to train your mind to be in silence, in stillness, then you begin to find peace. And from peace, you can begin to design what is love as a thought, what is love as an action. Then you can begin that process of liberation. You begin that process of liberation. Waking up. This is your time to wake up. Suffering is not your natural state. Sin is a deviation from love. It is not what you are. It is an action of thought, an action of biology that does not serve love. If you understand this, then you will realize that you are love, that you simply have to return to what you already are. And in getting your mind and body to a place where it is still and quiet, open and receptive to your awareness, and getting your body and mind to that place, then you start to remember who you are. Not who the world has told you to be or not be, but you begin to remember who you are as a spiritual consciousness that came into this physical dimension to function creatively, to add your love to the collective consciousness of humanity, to add creatively, to add playfully, to add joyfully to this world. And it is by the fruits of fear that you can know the truth. The fruit of fear is very different than the fruit of love. Love as your function will never do harm. The ignorance in the idea that love can hurt you is the greatest lie you have been ever told, that love can hurt you. Love will never hurt or harm. Love is the giver of life, the sustainer of life. It is fear that you must be mindful of. It is fear that is the taker of life and things. It is the mother and father of greed. It is the mother and father of war. It is the mother and father of despair. That is what fear is. Love is none of those things. And for those of you that hear the truth of these words and feel them in your heart right now, be still. Be still. Let your mind and body be still to remember who you are. To remember who you are. This is what we came here to help you to recall and remember who you are. You are love. That is your true nature. You are not who the world has made you to be. But you have certainly been made to be that way by the world. But it is something that you can undo, that you by your own volition must choose to undo your suffering by returning yourself to your true nature, which is love. And the steps are very simple. They are not difficult. But you must be willing to take them. You must be willing to sit the body down, for it has been trained by your environment and your mind has been made up by the world. And there may be a tempest at work when you seek to say to the body, be still, and your body wants to get restless and jumpy. And you must say, be still. Be still. And you must assert your loving will, not your angry mind, your loving will over the body, and say, be still. It's okay. I am with you. I will love you. I will take care of you. And you use the function of your divinity as in the form of your body's breath to direct and instruct your body to be still, relaxed. Then you begin to feel your true authority when you realize, my body will do as I think it to do. And then you use the breath for the mind. And as you exhale, the mind becomes still and quiet and open and receptive. As you exhale, you give your mind permission to be still. You must give your thoughts permission to be still. And even if they are persistent and insistent and they want to keep being after you, you simply use your breath and release. It may take a little more time for some of you, a little less time for others, but it will be done if you take up this cross and you begin this process of asserting your autonomy and your authority over your biology and over your mind, instead of leaving that to the world. For if the world could give you the freedom of which we speak, you would have it now. If the world could give you the freedom of which we speak, you would have it now. If the world could give you the love that you seek, you would have it now. If the world could give you the wealth that you desire, you would have it now. So you must return inward to that place where you truly exist as love. And the function of your consciousness as love will incline you to choose thoughts and actions very differently than what you currently do based on the personality construct that this world has given you. And as you return yourself to that place of peace, as you lead your body and mind to your consciousness, where they are now open and receptive to follow your direction and not simply being pulled hither and thither by the senses of the world, or should we say the senselessness of this world, for there's a lot of senselessness in this world. As you gain closer connection to the silence within you, and you begin to remember and experience the peace that is what your consciousness is as a function of love, you begin to step away from the distractions of the world. You then begin to have the opportunity to rebuild your thinking mind into a temple of information that would ennoble you to create more effectively in this world. And you may likewise begin to alter and change how you would treat your body, what you would put into it, how you would treat it. From this place of silence within, you can begin to have a relationship with your mind and body that is far more productive in many respects than the one it may have with the world at this time. So breathe slowly and deeply. And as you exhale, give your body permission to be still. Allow all the muscles, all the nerves, all the organs, all the glands, even allow the marrow of your bones to relax and be still with your breath. And always on the exhale, you will find the greatest relief. And you will feel the servant respond. And you will begin to feel relief. And the same is true for the incessant thinking mind. As you breathe deeply into that space, and you exhale and you give your mind permission, the thoughts there, to be still, to be quiet. With each breath, with each exhale, you draw yourself closer and closer to the stillness within you. Closer and closer you draw yourself to yourself, away from the fabricated personality. And you begin to restore yourself to who you are, to peace. And then you can begin to bring that peace to your mind and body in the way of what you would choose to let your mind think, what you would choose to give attention to, for the things that you will give attention to in this world will influence you. One of the reasons why there are no special sounds or music or introductions to this show that you hear and observe is because we do not wish to fascinate you and distract you into further disillusionment. We wish you to go inward to the source of who you are, to have authority and autonomy over your own minds and your own bodies. And yet there are many things in this world that would seek to sensationalize and seduce you into it, so you lose yourself in the world. And it is that loss that causes all suffering. When you lose yourself, it is very difficult. There is unnecessary suffering. And you all know it is unnecessary when you are suffering. And you all know when you are doing something you should not do for your body. And if you pay close attention, and if you have followed us carefully, and you are feeling that stillness even to a smaller degree or a larger degree, whatever degree you are experiencing that stillness, to whatever degree you get your mind and body to that place of open receptivity to that degree and extent, you begin to liberate yourself from the world. And then you can begin the process of creating your life, of discovering your purpose, of living and offering to the world the love that you came here to bring as your creative expression to this dimension. For you came here to offer the world a gift, not to be taken care of by the world, but to offer the world a gift of your creation. As your creator offered you life, so too you came here to offer the world the same. Yes. Well, now, thank you, Ascended. I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And good morning, everybody. I'm I want to thank everybody for coming out today. We're in for an amazing and an incredible time on this planet. And waking up becomes so important. So important, in fact, that your life depends on it. Not just your physical life, not just your mental life, but your life as a soul, as a conscious soul. So many of us are asleep and we have to wake up. Time to wake up, folks. Wake up. You're not your mind, you're not your body. You have a mind, you have a body. I also want to say, now that we're onto this other part of the today, keep breathing, keep training your body to relax, keep training your mind to be still. Keep that practice going. Even after today's live event, please do what they're saying. Follow their instructions. If the world has not given you satisfaction, then you must go to a place other than the world. The kingdom of God is within you. Think about that. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, everyone. Someone is saying here, my mom was murdered. Did she suffer a lot before she passed? The body did. There was the shock of the body, but your mother, as a soul, as a consciousness, did not suffer. You must understand that the body will experience the things of this world, but your soul is not of this world. She says, yeah. She says she wants you to stop running it through your mind all the time, what she went through. She says she wants you to stop imposing unnecessary suffering on yourself. She wants you to stop doing that. She's saying, focus on the gardens. Focus on the gardens. She wants you to focus on the gardens. Focus on the life you have. Focus on the living. Focus on the joy. Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's a feeling of I want to say urgency, but that's my human personality. It's more like a feeling of she just wants to rush to you to say, stop repeating the suffering in your mind. She is okay. She is okay. It's important you understand when your body ceases to function, that you do not cease to exist as a consciousness. Your personality in this world does not exist anymore, but you do not cease to exist as a consciousness. No one does. The word death and dying should be removed from the human language, and it should be changed to transition from one state of consciousness into another. And I'm not talking about the transitioning stuff that this crazy, insane ideology of dysphoria that's going on right now. You are a spiritual entity here to function and extend and offer your gift to this world creatively. But she's okay. She's totally okay. She wants you to stop doing that. Good morning. Someone's saying, Brianne's saying, will I find a job soon? I've been looking forever and have no luck yet. Yes, you have to go into the feeling. You see, yes, you have to go into the feeling of the job already found. And you must remain constant in that feeling. You must embody that feeling of the job already found. When that feeling is fully embodied in you, it shall come to pass. Yeah, I know what you mean, guys. So yeah, so it's really cool, eh? You want to get to a place. If you keep thinking of, I got no luck, you're actually creating, your thoughts are creative. Your thoughts create events in time and space. That's what thought does. It creates events in time and space. So you want to remove the thought of, I don't have enough luck, it's taking forever. You want to let go of all that frustration and get into the feeling of, if I already had the job, how would it feel? Get into the feeling of what it would feel like to have that job. That's what will create it. For those of you that are new, I want everybody to know too, this is the last weekend that you can register for the 102 Masterclass called Liberation. Our orientation for that class begins in about 20 minutes from now. So if you want to, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and register for the 102 Masterclass. It will let you release unproductive emotions from your body and your mind, and it will put you on a path of self-creation. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to be free. You're going to experience, for those of you that are already registered, you'll be experiencing live events, up to 6 to 8 hours a week of meditation and guidance and discussion from Ascended Masters. Plus, we have 4 other mediums working in the program to assist you in one-on-one practice and training and working with other students as well. So get out there. It starts today. This is not an April Fool's joke. This is a real thing. Yeah, so you've got the orientation starts in about 20 minutes, and the class lasts for about 20 days from Sunday to Friday. There's one live event every single day. And like I said, you did not come here to this earth to suffer. You came here to learn how to create, to offer your creation to this beautiful, wonderful world. Yes. Oh, thank you. So glad you enjoyed that. Someone saying, will I ever be financially stable? Yes, but not with that energy. The very fact that you're asking that question, will I ever be financially stable? The emotion that you have around money needs to be changed. Emotions organize the events in all of your lives. Please understand this, that your emotions organize all of the events in your lives. And the nature and quality of those emotions can be altered and changed by the nature and quality of the thoughts that you have that are bound to those emotions. So learn to change your energy. Learn to change your energy, and you will witness great change in your life. But certainly with that concern about your finances, you will not change the condition of your finances. You must change the energy. Wow, thank you. I love that. Question from Jackie on YouTube. By the way, if you're on YouTube, if your question is really, really important, use the super chat feature so that I can get your question. Because I can't keep, I'm going through 3 different mediums. So use the super chat feature if your question is really important. We'll get to as many as we can. We've got about 5 more minutes before I have to go and prepare for the orientation. Question from Jackie on YouTube. I was sick for 8 years, 4 of them mostly bedridden from severe breathing issues and many other health issues. Was this something I agreed to before I came to Earth in order to become a healer? I'm getting a strong yes for that. But also you had to liberate and release a lot of the things that were imposed upon you in your childhood. You had to release a lot of the things that were imposed upon you through your childhood. They want me to tell you too that if you understand the function of breath, you will understand that you are simply acquiring the understanding of your authority over matter. It is not simply about suffering for that period of time, but understanding that you still retain your authority, which you now do. We know you do. And now you are a healer, and you are prepared to be a healer. Understand the function of the breath is one of the most sacred instruments that you as a soul has authority over. Well, in a physical dimension, the utilization of your breath affects all things in your physical dimension. Very important. Sacred breather. Sacred breathing. Thank you, Jackie. Question from Gigi. How do you decipher which Ascended Master is coming through? Any message for me? Thanks, William. Arlene. Hi, Arlene. There's different sensations and vibrations from one master to another. Like Master Jesus, I get a lot of heat from. Archangel Michael, I feel like something's pushing me on the back. Archangel Metatron, I get lots of mathematical symbols and equations that come into my mind. Archangel Raphael, I feel this beautiful, calm, peaceful energy. I literally, sometimes I'll see and feel a green glow around my body. It depends. My guardian angel John comes to me more as just like a presence, like a buddy with his hand over my shoulder. I feel him like literally embracing me that way. You learn to train your awareness to be more sensitive. You got to train your awareness. And again, in our 101 masterclass called Awakening, you learn that fundamental process of how to teach your mind and body to be in a position where you can actually feel and sense the presence of the masters around you. As to messages for you, smile. You need to remember that the energy that is invoked into creation when you smile. Become attuned to the energy that is invoked as creation when you smile. So like when you smile, feel the energy of that smile. Like when you smile, feel the energy that you're generating and connect to that energy. Yes. Sorry, I just gotta pick these up again. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. So I got time for 2 more questions. I'll take one from YouTube. And then I'm going to take one from TikTok. Question from Baba Gira. I feel amazingly supported in life, but I'm seemingly dropping poor habits somewhat slowly. Does my guardian angel have any thoughts or perspective for me? It says, keep going. Even if it's slow, you're still going in the right direction. If you choose to go a little faster, we know you can, and you know you can. Do not fear your liberation. Yes. They're saying that many of you feel very afraid of who you really are, because your life will be completely different when you surrender all your bad habits and you start living from love, who you really are. You're going to live a completely different life. Your life will completely change. Even the people you currently see, the way you see them will change, and how you will talk to them will change. Your life will change. A lot of people are afraid of that change because it's in contradiction to what you're familiar with. People like to be, what I know what's going to happen, but who wants to know what's going to happen every single day? Isn't it better to be excited? I think it is. I'll take one more question from TikTok, and then I'll have to bid you all a wonderful day. So Nat is asking for a message from my brother and her sister Amanda. Yeah. I'm really glad you used the word passed away, but the first thing that comes is this overwhelming love towards you. Like there's an overwhelming love. Your sister Amanda's she's still a little disoriented in the process, but your brother, there's an immense love that comes from him to you. Yes. Amanda will connect with you a little later. Right now, there's like a disorientation process that she's in right now that some people go through. When you leave the physical dimension, you don't have a body anymore, and the way you perceive is different. That's why it's so important to develop your other faculties like clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance. Those are non-physical senses that you must learn to develop that make it easier for you to navigate through the non-physical dimensions of consciousness. So I really encourage you to do that. But there's an immense love for your brother. Yes. Guys, I want to say thank you for coming out today. Again, you've got 20 minutes to, if you want to try and get in on the 102 Masterclass Liberation, sign up now. It's the best time to do it. Get to the orientation. If you can't, you've got until the end of the weekend to sign up. Remember, every live event is recorded and placed upon a private group wall where everybody can watch at any time according to their own schedule. So you don't have to worry about missing a single event throughout the entire program. And again, I want to wish you all much love. I want to say thank you to the Ascended, the other beings that come present today, because there are many others here. We just don't have time to accommodate everybody. And I want to thank you and your support, and share this knowledge, share this information with other people. Apply it in your own life. Because when you apply it in your own life, you become a gift to other people. I want to wish you all much love, much joy. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joy-filled weekend. Bye for now.